I'm not too thrilled. The Tudor Black Bay Pro that I had bought and brought in for review has broken on me. And I think it's kind of what you expect in terms of the problem that you might be assuming it is. That seems to be the issue, but we'll see. I'll get into that. Welcome to Wrist Swap. My name is Harrison. The general story about the model and how I got into it, obviously it came out recently. The background around the model has a little bit of controversy, not this model specifically, but the movement. Because when the original GMT came out by Tudor, it had some teething issues. People started complaining about the date wheel would get stuck in between two dates and it wouldn't advance correctly or go backward correctly, which obviously is a problem. So they'd send it back to Tudor, it would get serviced, and it'd get sent back to the owner. So when I looked at the Black Bay Pro, I assumed most of those problems were fixed. And so I kind of got interested in the design. I really liked it. I didn't like the thickness as much, but you know, you kind of need to buy it or see how it wears for a long period of time for me to at least decide if it's the right fit. I had it come in and I really liked the design. Everything functioned perfectly. You saw all the reviews where I kind of ran through how everything worked, and it was great. And I liked the design. I compared it to the Explorer 2 that I had just bought. In the end, it wasn't the right watch for me, and so I listed it on eBay and I tried to sell it on. Someone actually bought it, I think someone that watches this channel, so if that's you, then you dodged a bullet in this case, because this watch broke on its way to the new recipient. Essentially, I shipped it off, it went to the authenticator through eBay, and I got a notice that it failed authentication. Now, it had just gone through authentication on its way to me, so I knew that the watch was authentic. It had the box papers, the receipt, everything. So the fact that it failed seemed strange. I went in and it said that the complications weren't performing. Look at your listing and see if you need to modify it. And so I thought, well, did I accidentally mark it as a chronograph? Did I say it does something that it doesn't actually do? That's pretty strange. I don't usually make that mistake, but maybe I did. And sure enough, no, there was nothing listed in that listing that said it did anything that I wouldn't expect. It has the date complication and the GMT complication. So I thought, well then, I hope that the date wheel is not broken. The watch shipped back to me, I got it back, I opened up the box. I actually filmed myself opening up the box to see, if it still functioned, then I could kind of ask, what's the deal, or if there's any damage noticeable on the watch. I wanted to film all of that as I opened it up, and sure enough, the date wheel didn't advance. Now in this case, it wasn't stuck between two dates, it was kind of stuck on a date, and it didn't go forward, it didn't go backward. I can hear something trying to move another wheel in the background when I try and advance that wheel, but nothing ends up advancing. So maybe a spring came loose or the jumper isn't acting the way it's supposed to. Either way, now I need to ship it to Switzerland, I'd imagine. I'm gonna take it down to my Tudor AD and tell them and see what happens. I'll let you guys know as I get going what the process looks like, how they fix it, how I get it back, and what it looks like when it comes back. I hope I can get some information out of them as to what the actual issue is. I've seen some reports of different specific things could be the problem, and I want to see if I can get the actual answer. I'll let you guys know as I kind of get that information, but I thought it was important to at least share it. Obviously, if I fix it and then I try and sell it on, people may be less likely to buy the watch, but I found it more important to at least share that this still seems to be an ongoing issue with the Tudor movement for their GMT models in general, and unfortunately then leaks into the Pro. So if you have one and it still works, great, enjoy it. I'm not saying it's a bad watch at all, but the rare occasion, or in my case, I don't know how rare they actually are, it kind of then just stopped working. So once I know more, I will let you guys know, but I found it interesting and obviously disappointing, and I wanted to kind of let the whole community know that this is something that's still going on. Hopefully the next video is a little bit more positive. Obviously, please subscribe. The more people I have subscribed, the less watches I need to buy. People can actually send me watches instead. I actually have some Nomos reviews coming up where they actually sent me a couple watches, which was pretty cool. Hopefully the next ones are more upbeat, and then obviously as I learn more, I'll let you guys know. Till the next one, take care.